But you told me the secret to winning Big Brother the other day.
Well, it depends on who you're asking, which personality of mine.
And your son is like a little athlete.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to What Women Been.
Look at your hair.
Do you like my hair?
So fluffy.
I just wanted to do a little, I don't know. It's not a top knot. What is
It's a
this
pineapple.
thing? It's a pineapple on top of my head. It's very I feel very young when I'm like this. I feel like a little girl.
Actually, you look like a teenager with it. It's kind of crazy.
Is it my Clarissa
I've never
coming
seen
back?
you with a mom bun.
No?
No.
I try, but my hair is really thin and I usually get it too low. I don't get it high enough on my head.
You don't usually wear it on top of your head.
I don't like hair that, I'm not one of those, the higher the hair, the closer to God kind of people.
Oh, I am.
I know you are. And our guest today is too. But
Yes.
you guys will
Talk about
bond
hair.
on the hair for sure. But wait, before we get to her, what are you into these days?
Well, a lot of things. I've been getting through the new season of Only Murders, but we're not going to talk about
Don't
it
talk
yet.
about it yet because I'm almost there.
But I'm going to need everybody listening to go ahead and finish it up so that we can talk about it.
Because we don't want to do spoilers, but we are not afraid to.
But I'm dying. I really want to talk about it.
Okay.
And then I've been on a musical kick.
Really?
Yes. So I took my oldest to see Hamilton
Oh.
because it came to town.
It did?
And he'd never seen it before.
Well, you got to tell me next time because I've never seen it.
I've seen it 5 times now.
I've never seen it. My friends used to take their kids out of school when they won the lotto for the Broadway show.
Yeah.
In Connecticut, they would take their kids out of school and go see it, and I haven't seen it. I have not
saw
seen
it with
Wicked.
the original cast on Broadway. It was incredible.
I never saw it again.
And then I've seen it in San Francisco.
And you just took Riker, or you took the
I
girls?
took Riker.
Okay.
And my niece, Ada. They're both a little bit older now and loved the Disney Plus, movie. So they were prepared. They knew what they were getting into. And of course, it was like life-changing for them. So that was so good.
That's good.
So I've had the soundtrack on repeat for like 2 weeks now. And then preparing for today, I started listening to the Hairspray soundtrack because you forget how good it is.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's a recent classic, but it's a classic. Should we intro our Broadway star today? Today we have a Broadway star, people.
Yes,
You wanna
she
hear about
is.
Our Broadway star. We have a Tony winner with us today. Fancy pants. Today's guest is Marissa Jaret Winokur. And I can promise that she will be super entertaining because she is the queen of performing both on stage and on screen. She's won a Tony Award for her role as Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray in 2003 on Broadway, as well as many other prestigious awards for that role. I mean, so many. I started to list them and I was like, nope, I'll just say many. She's played in movies like American Beauty, Never Been Kissed, Fever Pitch. Plus, she I love this. She provided the vocals for Shrek the Halls. I'll have to ask her which character. I can't remember which character. Yeah, she talks about it sometimes when we're together. We've done a ton of stuff together, me and Marissa, and I just adore working with her. I'm so excited to be working with her right now. She's been in TV. She's been on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Stacked. Do you remember the Stacked TV show with Pamela Anderson?
Yes.
Moesha. She was a big role in Moesha.
I used to love Moesha.
Yeah. But you might know her as a contestant. Like, she loves her game shows. A contestant on Dancing with the Stars. She won, and she did great. She went to the finals. She won, and she and I both, I think, didn't love our experiences on Dancing with the Stars, but she blew it away.
She clearly had a great one.
She's very competitive, this one. She won the first season of Celebrity Big Brother, and she's hosted The Talk. She starred with me in a Lifetime Christmas movie called The Very Nutty Christmas, where we had a ton of fun. But her turn on Melissa and Joey as Joey's cousin, like New York Italian cousin Teresa, is probably my favorite role of hers to date. And then we have our Christmas movie coming out this year called Santa Bootcamp, which we already had Rita Moreno. And now I want to bring Miss Marissa in here because this is making all of her acting dreams come true, and I want her to tell you all about what she's been telling me on set about why this role is like her dream role.
Well, let's do it. Bring her in.
All right, let's bring her in. Come on in, Marissa.
So, Melissa, I'm so
Yeah?
excited for you. You've been really working hard on getting your immune system up and going really well and getting your body in shape. What's your secret weapon now?
Well, I've been using AG1. Do you know AG1?
I have heard of this.
It's made by Athletic Greens. It's great. It tastes great. You do a scoop. Oh, no, because I know those veggie things can be not so tasty. This one is pretty yum.
What do
you
do?
put a scoop in your water in the morning, and it helps in so many ways.
So tell me what it's doing for you.
So with one scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food-sourced superfoods, probiotics, all kinds of good stuff, right? It's lifestyle-friendly. You can eat it when you're keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten gluten-free, all the things.
So it's good for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it costs less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit.
And I love this. They're sustainable, too. For every purchase, they donate to organizations helping to get nutritious food to kids in need, including No Kid Hungry here in the U.S.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, they do like climate neutral, certified, all that good stuff.
That is amazing. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health.
Yeah, and to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/WWB.
Again, that's athleticgreens.com/WWB to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Thank you, Athletic Greens, for supporting What Women Binge. Hey, guys. Welcome, my friend Marissa. Now, I always
Hello.
say my friend to people that are here, but you're like really, like we're
Like a real friend.
we're like friends.
in real life. Like in real life, we're
like friends. Like I
Yeah,
mimic
yes.
her sometimes. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, of course. Marissa does this a lot. Of course.
It's only when I'm serious.
Of course.
Yeah.
She's very
I like
serious.
that.
Yeah.
But were you gonna say something?
Well, I was. When I was listening to your intro, you said that I was Joey's cousin, but I was Joey's sister. And it was, and we had Doris Roberts was the grandmother, and Faith Prince was the mom, and then
Yeah.
I was the sister. We were a powerhouse family.
It was
that was
amazing.
a crazy
You guys
family.
were a very talented family.
That was a crazy group of women.
It was.
to be like,
And
hi,
we had
welcome.
so much
We had
fun.
so much.
How
And
dare
we
you
got-
forget that?
I know. How dare you?
I
you know
love
what?
that you corrected her.
I'm like,
Makes me very happy.
I don't watch these things. I mean, that episode, those were some of my favorite. We should have done a
You got,
spin-off
like-
of that.
Did you get married? I wanted to do
No,
a spin-off.
I pretended to be Megan Hilty in
That's
those
right, that's
episodes.
right.
So Megan Hilty was his wife in our first season, his ex-wife.
and all Doris Roberts wanted, the grandma wanted, was for them to get married. So then she got to like.
So I pretend to be Megan Hilty. I forget what her name was in the show, but I pretend to be her, so Grandma will think that they're still together.
So they're happy and
So I had
fine,
to,
and
like-
she can die happy.
I had to like boost up the boobies and get a
Yeah.
little trashy. Like
God, we were so skinny.
Oh,
we both were so
oh,
skinny.
we were.
Please insert a photo of Melissa and I
Yeah.
together from that show right now.
it was so good.
Not
I
that
thought
being
I was so
skinny is
fat.
great. I know.
I thought I was so
I know,
fat.
I know. We were so.
We
I
were
saw
trying
a
to
photo.
diet and work out.
This is
We
the
were
truth about life
so
for everyone.
skinny. I was like, I look like undernourished. You know what I mean? Like I remember them giving me like a big fake bra, like to make my boobs bigger, and I was like, I've never needed my boobs to be bigger. And then I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, because I was like not
tiny.
eating. I was so hungry.
But you said that you didn't get a lot of work when you were skinny.
you were the only people that hired me when I was skinny.
Is that weird?
I know. Well, so whenever I gain my weight back, my best friend, she'll go, ka-ching, baby, ka-ching.
Oh, here comes the paycheck.
There you go. I guess I'll get a job now. And it's true. Whenever I lose, like, listen, whatever. Who wants to talk about weight? It's so boring. But like, it's weird. If I don't have big curly hair and I'm not cute, chubby Marissa, I don't work.
So weird.
Well,
That is
whatever. Who
wild.
cares? So
Wait,
eat
tell
the
me
chips.
why we're doing this movie Santa Bootcamp.
Yeah.
Why is that you've been telling me on set that you're like, this is like perfect for me.
Well, because literally, usually I go on a set and the first thing they'll do is like, how are we going to tone this girl down? Like, how are we going to make her hair smaller? We don't really want that many accessories. You have
You're
to be
wearing
a
a
real.
bow right
I
now.
know. I was so
And
embarrassed.
I love it. You know, I actually have this headband.
Oh, you do?
I do.
It's really cute, right?
It's really cute.
I actually picked this headband because when I was getting ready to come over here, I was like, I can't just like have a big bow on my head because like
you
I look
100%
like.
can.
Well, yes, I can, but I've been wearing bows on set and being like, you guys, don't I look so crazy? But in life, like genuinely, that's how I look. Like I sent my picture to my friend of like what I was wearing. It's like a really short, like a ridiculously short skirt, but not in a sexual way, in a very like crazy woman way, and then these like little jackets, and then big high boots, and it sounds.
She's a drill sergeant elf, basically.
I'm a drill
is-
sergeant
In a mini
elf,
skirt.
in a mini, but it's like a flowy mini skirt. Like it's not like my. And my friend was like, "Yeah, it's like you're wearing a tennis skirt, your Gucci jacket, and your boots." I'm like, "Oh, so I'm really just dressing like myself." Like I didn't even
Just
realize it. Like
Christmas, Marissa.
just like Christmas heightened. The character has like all
Elevated.
elevated Marissa.
Elevated
which is makes
Marissa.
it so fun. Like I have like battling bows. I have like 4 bows on my head at one point.
She's in love with every bit of it too. It's amazing.
Because never do
the
except
fight
on
was
theater.
the fight the other day with our producer, aka my mom, was do we put her in the snowman sweater or the one with all the Santas with the little pants?
Which
we
has
had
more
these
sparkle.
Santas with the pants. We
That's how
really
you
like the
decide.
snowman.
We all
one.
like the snowman because I looked almost like
was
sexy snowman.
adorable.
Which was so silly. Because
By the way, I
it's-
might steal it for my tacky
you-
sweater party this year.
You should and wear it the exact same way with the
Totally.
take the whole thing, and then I got a text from her mom being like, "That sweater, the sweater that she wanted me in, not the slutty, not the slutty snowman, which I was really excited about. Was all white. Like I never would have ever chose that. But then Paula was like, her mom was like, "That sweater's been in like all of our Christmas movies. It's like my little Easter egg. Would you wear it?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure, done."
Well, she did her Of
Of course I'll wear it. Of course. And then I do, and then it wasn't in my dressing room, and everyone's like fighting, wanting me to wear the other one. I'm like, no, Paula wants to do this for a reason. I'm wearing this. I'm wearing the sweater
the
for
lime
Paula.
green Santa sweater. Yeah, it was my first little history about that sweater. It was my first tacky sweater party, and I wanted my whole family. We were doing it with families. Now we've kicked the kids out, and we only do it with adults.
Oh, thank God!
But I know it's such a pain in the ass with the kids. But just you're controlling the kids instead of hanging out with your friends drinking.
No.
So the first year I had all of our family in coordinated lime greens, but like different sweaters. So that came from eBay. So I don't even know who owned it before, but it had little Santas all over it. I thought it was so funny. And then I wore it in a movie, I think, and then someone else wore it. And then I had to wear it again with like little pants. So we had to sew all these pants on it. So it's a ridiculous sweater.
It's a ridiculous sweater. But of course, when if someone has an emotional reason for wanting it, you pick that. Like, who cares what it was?
The
right?
Easter egg.
Yeah.
And the whole thing.
We'll have to find photos of you in your different movies and then put me
side by side.
Yeah,
there we go. All right, we will do that.
Thank you.
So tell us, tell us a little bit about Hairspray, because of course everybody's going to want to hear about Hairspray. What's your favorite story to tell from Hairspray?
Oh my God.
Or something maybe you haven't.
I mean, I'll tell you, this year is 20 years from when I opened it on Broadway. It was just we just celebrated our 20-year anniversary, which kind of doesn't feel like 20 years because I feel like I look exactly the same.
You do.
And I could do the show tomorrow.
And you just did it on last Monday night.
I did. Right? We did. We went through like pretty much the whole show, and I danced it and could do the whole thing. Like I like, honestly, like if I learned I did Kinky Boots this summer.
Oh, I love Kinky Boots.
It was so fun. I got to do it at the Hollywood Bowl, which is my favorite place to perform.
Haley Arentia was in that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she was. Haley was in it with me.
We had her on here.
Yeah, she was super cute in it. But I could barely remember what I was doing. Like every night I would have to run through the show in my head. I'm like, what's my choreography? What am I doing? If I had to do Hairspray today at the Hollywood Bowl, I could do it.
You'd
hit it right now. Here, let me move your microphone.
How dare you? No.
I still have not heard this girl sing.
You.
Let us clear the table.
How dare you?
I'm like, someday I'm going to make her break out in song.
I'll never do it. I'm like not that kind of performer.
Rita did it for us.
Of course she did. She's 90. Like she's like, I might as well sing right now. Like,
and she did.
No, she sings through whenever when we're doing the movie. She'll just like burst out and singing.
It's true.
And John, who's playing the Santa, like really makes her want to sing more.
John Shuck, yeah,
because he's a Broadway guy as well.
Yeah. He played Daddy he's from MASH, but he played Daddy Warbucks in
Annie.
Like the traveling show, right? And on Broadway?
I'm sure he did on Broadway. Like
my sister was in that with him. She was one of the orphans that traveled with him,
right?
And so my mom had met him before, but then he also, my father-in-law brought this up. I saw my father-in-law this weekend. He goes, "Oh, I know him from." He was on some show. Maybe your ear can tell us. The McGilla. It's like it was like a Law and Order type show in like the 70s.
Did you just say the McGillicuddies?
McGillicuddy.
Like the McGillicuddy Law and Office. Like what? It was like a law show.
That's gonna be a new show now. Let's write it.
Let's write it.
Let's have your husband write it.
The McGillicuddies.
McGillicuddy's Law and Office.
Oh my God, it's a procedural, but it's also a musical. We're here right now, but the two of them sing the whole time.
Macmillan and Wife.
Oh, Macmillan and Wife. There you go. I wasn't that far off.
It's like Accidentes, but not. It's McGillan and Wife.
McGillan and Wife.
No, but she sings a lot. No, I don't sing. But listen, Hairspray opened. We opened 20 years ago. I don't know. Like, I mean, I have so many crazy stories, obviously, from that time. I think just the fact that I always say that Hairspray was the gift that just kept on giving.
Mm-hmm.
Like I opened it. Prior to Hairspray, like the year before we opened, I was diagnosed with cancer. Yeah.
It was before you.
Yeah, I did it. I was diagnosed with cancer and then started rehearsal like 2 months later. So I was like, it forced me to like not like, woe is me, poor me. And I like fought through it, got healthy, opened the show, didn't tell anybody. So like the show was so important to me as Marissa, just to like, oh my God, I did it. And then I dealt with like the sadness of like all the other things afterwards. But you know what I mean? But like, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so much more important to me than just doing a show. Yeah. And it was like, we opened a year after. It was 2002. So it was like September 11th was the year before. So like New York really needed to feel good. New York really needed a win. You know what I mean? Like we were really not doing great in New York, right? Yeah. Or anywhere, obviously. But like,
how long was the run?
The show closed in 2009.
Oh my goodness.
And my son, was born July 2008. So me and Harvey went back and closed the show. So we did like the last 2 months of the run in 2008, 2009. So I have photos of Zev, my son now, who's turned 14, but he's like on stage. I'm in full costume. Like it was like a full circle because I started the show being like, I'll never have a family. And then there he is like on stage as a little baby. Like it all came together. And then, Harvey and I did it at the Hollywood Bowl. I did it at Carnegie Hall. Like Hairspray just really like checked off every dream box. And my parents were both
Until Santa Bootcamp.
Until Santa Bootcamp. But I basically just get to play Tracy Turnblad again, just like a little bigger, which I don't even know how that's possible that there is a character bigger than Tracy Turnblad. But both my parents were alive, so they were there for the Tonys. They were there for all the excitement. So like, it's like literally like it was the dream roles.
Oh my God, tell me about winning the Tony.
Well, Billy Joel handed me my Tony.
Oh, and as a New Yorker,
there's nothing bigger. And it was funny. I was just when we were driving back from set one night, whoever was driving me was playing like Billy Joel, and I was like, and it was just a 20-year-old who probably doesn't even understand Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's the best, but I didn't want to be like, he handed me my Tony. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be like the crazy lady.
Please do that.
Let me pull it out of my purse before I tell you.
This little Tony Award, that's for theater, and he handed me. So Billy Joel handed it to me. I mean, it was it was so awesome. It was so awesome, obviously.
Did you like go blank thinking like they're not gonna call? Like, did you hear it? Like, do you like?
No, I heard it.
When they said your name?
I listened. Like, by the time that because I was up against Bernadette Peters, which is like, come on, you guys. Like, who the hell did I think I was, right? So, like, leading up to it, though, I had won the Drama Desk. I had won all the other little awards. Not that the Drama Desk is little, but I won all the other awards. And the Tony's like the last one. It's like when you're like, I won the SAG Award, I won this, and then you win the Golden Globe, and then you win the Emmy or whatever it is, and then you win the Oscar. So I had won all the awards, but like, it didn't even like really hit me because you're just like, you just keep going through the process. And then I'm sitting there at the Tonys and Bernadette Peters sings Mama Rose. She was playing Gypsy, a Gypsy, a song from Gypsy. She has like the why did I do it? That song, everything's coming up roses. And you're like, oh my God, I just sat there like, what am I doing here? I'm such an intruder. This is she's why I did theater. Like I saw her in Into the Woods when I was like 10 and was like, I want to be her. Like
I saw that too.
So good, right? Yeah. And then they called my name, and then I was like, oh my God. And then I stepped on my dress.
I was going to say, did you trip?
I totally my heel went in the back of my dress in my Zach Posen original. And I got up in my heels. And then so like there's like a moment you can see me like waiting, and Harvey's like hugging me, Harvey Fierstein. And I'm like trying to get my shoe out of my gown without anyone seeing. And then I get up on stage. And literally, if you watch my speech, like the microphone is like totally wobbling because they say out loud, like the first thing they say is like, if you come up here, don't touch the microphone because like we'll move it to your height. Well, they don't move it to a 5-foot person's height. Like they only go so low. And I'm like, the mic was like here, and I'm like, thank you so much, like trying to reach up. So like you cut away from me, and then you see the mic like wobbling and going crazy because I was like trying to move it, and then like you watch me like take a step aside and like wave because I'm like, I want a photo up here, like mic, like literally I was like, thank you everybody for coming, I'm so happy. Like it was
right in your
like,
face.
Right in my face. It was higher than it was like on
Did
my
you have
forehead.
A speech prepared?
I did, and I forgot it. Like I like did my speech, and then like I got to like the middle part where I like was like, if a 4'11" chubby girl can be a leading lady in a Broadway show and win a Tony, anything can happen. But I had like stuff to say afterwards, but the audience applauded so loud at that.
You're like, thank you, good night.
And then I literally was like, good night. Like I literally said, like I was like a 30-second speech because I was like,
no, I like it. To the point.
I got right to the point.
What do people remember about Sally Field? That she said, you like me, you really like me. We don't remember the rest of that speech.
No, I don't. You're right. I don't even remember what she won it for.
Yeah, we remember Matthew McConaughey getting up there. All right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Oh my gosh. And then how do you feel about, so like I just have ventured into this where people start asking me now about like how I feel about the Sabrina reboot. Everybody's been asking me that. And I have no hard feelings about it. I think it's great. Whatever. It is what it is. It's totally different. But there's now other Sabrinas, which is interesting. Like there's Kiernan Shipka, and then there's McKenna Grace played Little, and I got to work with her on Young Sheldon, which was awesome. And I was like, this is kind of cool. Like we're in this little group. Like there's a lot of Spider-Mans and a lot of Batmans. Like how do you feel about having a lot of Tracys?
Yeah, there are a lot. There's Nikki Blonsky who did the New Line movie, and then Maddie I'm gonna say her last name wrong, but I love her so much. She did the NBC Live one, Maddie. She's like I love her. I love her so much. And then of course Ricky Lake. No, it's like a cute little club. Like everyone's like, "Are you so mad you didn't do the movie?" I'm like, I was 40. Like
I'm not
she
a
was
teenager.
a 16-year-old. Like I couldn't do like when I did it at the Hollywood Bowl. I did it with Nick Jonas at the Hollywood Bowl, and he was like 18 and I was like 40, but like it's the Hollywood Bowl.
the Hollywood
like
Bowl.
who cares after the first 2 rows? You don't like who cares? Right. But like you can't have like I couldn't do a movie.
No, what I've discovered as I've gotten older, now that I'm in my late 40s, I'm wearing glasses now, and I'm realizing I'm like there are so many people that need like. I thought it was a rare thing to have glasses. Now I'm noticing everyone. I'm like, nobody's been able to see me all these years. I've been so self-conscious. I've been so self-conscious about myself, and I'm like, nobody can even see me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on TV, maybe on the 70 inches plasma screens or whatever.
No, it makes no sense. Like honestly, like I agree. I actually started wearing like reading glasses, but it was like during COVID, and I literally like looked down one time at like a Tylenol thing, and I'm like, gosh, they're making the instructions so small these days. And my girlfriend was like, maybe you need reading glasses. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I think they're just making it small. And then she's like, here, I put them on. I was like, oh my God, I can see the words.
Yeah, it was the same for me
Oh
during
my God,
COVID.
just wear it, just reading glasses.
No, exactly. And then and there's these drops called Vuity that I use that are actually
wanna
great
try
because they
them.
help. You don't need the reading glasses as much when you
they
use the
hurt?
drops. No.
Are
no,
we like a
they're
commercial
great.
for them right
No,
now?
No, I wish. I do love them. I do
Okay, I
love
wanna
the
try
drops.
them.
But it's funny because I decided I was like, all right, I think it's time for me to go up a size on my font on my phone, right? I
Yeah.
see all these people with ridiculously large fonts and stuff. I'm like, no. I go up to go to the font. It's already been on the highest setting all this time, and I had no idea. I'm like, what?
You're like, I'm the crazy person that you can read my text from a mile away. Yeah,
I guess so.
I am too.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, what else can we talk about?
Let's.
Shall
are
we
you
get
binging?
to? Well, let's get to your binge. That's what I was like. I was trying to finish up Marissa before we get to what Marissa likes.
Oh, all right.
But well, and
we
we had
good?
a great time with Melissa and Joey, right?
Oh my God, I loved Melissa and Joey. No, I loved Melissa. Well, again, like I feel like whenever I get to work with Melissa, I get to like be like heightened characters because I got to play like a total Jersey, like
Oh my gosh, we were so
Jersey,
trashy. It was awesome.
trashy Jersey, but I was like real trashy Jersey. I don't know.
It was just fun. We were over the top.
We were over the top.
Which
I
was
guess
fun.
like where I work, my pocket in this business is a little over the top. No one's hiring me for my subtleness. Let's
I think we know
clear.
what her this or that from introvert, extrovert.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can do it, but it's interesting because I like I haven't left my hotel room. Like I'll go on
You
a
don't have
shoot.
a car. to be
Fair,
honest.
but I also like when I shoot stuff. Like people always be like, "Let's go out for dinner," and I'm always like, "No, I'm good. I'll just steal food from craft service and go to bed." Like it's weird. Like
You've been eating a bagel every. This girl's been eating a bagel.
it's
every
so
night.
weird.
Bagels are delicious.
I
Bagels
called in
are
pizza the other night. She wouldn't stick around for it.
I know. When did it show up?
Yeah, it showed up late, like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, like you were like, "It'll be here
I'm
at 8:30 or
leaving.
9." I left at like 9:15. So
Yeah, it didn't
And
show
then
up
I
till
went
10.
home and ordered pizza because she'd been talking about pizza the whole
And
night.
you couldn't get it out
and
of
I
your
couldn't
brain.
get it out of my brain. Like
Pizza's
now,
my
just talking about it
thing.
now, I'm like, oh, am I gonna have pizza tonight? Because now we're talking about it.
Oh,
That's
I
my
can't-
biggest
I cannot
problem.
do the pizza.
Rita on set once was like, she was like, oh, I love Fritos. And I was like, oh, I love Fritos. And she's like, but I eat the popcorn because it's only 100 calories. And I was like, well, I'm going to go get a bag of Fritos now because we
Would
just
you
talked.
like one?
I was like, and now you just talked about Fritos.
I got the white cheddar popcorn. It was
Right.
sitting on my director's chair, and all of a sudden it's missing, and Rita's got it in her hand. She's eating it. I was like, excuse me, was that your popcorn or my
we
popcorn?
were talking about Fritos, and then she was talking about how popcorns are only 100 calories, and I was like, all right, I'm getting Fritos, and then she probably was like, I'm gonna go steal that bag of popcorn that's sitting there.
Meanwhile, I'm only going to do what Rita does from now on. Like
Seriously,
only,
drink pea milk
only-
and
like the
sometimes
vegetable.
moisturize.
pea.
Oh, I was like,
No, PEA.
I'm sorry. Drink what milk?
Plant-based
Yes,
milk.
that
Let's say
plant-based
plant-based milk.
plant-based milk. That's right. I heard about that.
Okay, what are you binging? What are you into? You're into a lot.
Well, I know. Melissa asked me what do I binge, like, and I literally was like, "Oh, do you want to see my list from COVID?"
Let me read.
My list
we
from
do.
COVID was crazy because I started being like, "Holy smokes!" I'm watching so much TV during COVID that I started wanting to like write it down, like what I was
track.
watching.
Well,
'cause
here
I
it
couldn't
is.
believe
She's
it.
got it.
Like,
Wow.
Dead to Me, Homeland 7, Bridgerton 2, SVU 23.
Okay, the numbers mean that's how many seasons I watched.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
How do
many
you
seasons.
watch?
Keep
Okay,
going. Keep going. Keep going.
23 seasons of SVU.
23 seasons of 23 episodes of an
NCIS.
hour show.
I know. I'm trying to get through Lost still. I've been working on it all year, and I still
Okay,
can't
you can't
get
when
through
you're
it. And that's only
working.
7 seasons. NCIS 12 seasons. Salem 5. True Blood 7. Manifest 2. Harlots 5. Ozark 2. Shrill. WandaVision. WandaVision. WandaVision.
Yeah. I can't spell.
Watchmen. Emily in Paris 2. The Great. Wait, you didn't put 2 next to that.
I haven't seen the second season.
Oh,
well,
you're
because
in trouble.
anything after COVID I haven't watched.
Queen's Gambit. The Undoing, Big Mouth 4, Dirty John, The Crown, NCIS 18.
Yeah, probably there's an NCIS and then an NCIS Louisiana. And then,
New Orleans.
New
There's
Orleans.
FBI.
And NCIS like California and an NCIS just normal.
Oh my gosh. You have FBI International, Blacklist.
Oh, I do like
Lucifer.
the FBI shows.
I
Lucifer.
don't even know what FBI is.
There's like 3 on CBS. There's FBI Most Wanted, and FBI International. And they literally, and they're on still. They run
mind is
back
blown.
to back, you guys. So
You know this? You
literally
didn't know
watch
this?
FBI International, and then FBI Most Wanted. Love
I
them
feel
all.
very
No, keep-
unqualified to be your co-host about binging now.
I know. I'm
you
gonna.
guys,
You're being
these are,
replaced by someone else with big hair.
This is crazy. Oh no, because keep going. I'm sure there's more.
Oh my gosh, Lucifer, The Heist, Squid Games.
Oh, the heist. Did you watch the heist
No.
yet? Watch the heist.
Okay.
Watch
The
The Heist.
Maid.
It's on-
That's the one with Nick Robinson. Our
She
little
was
Nicky Nick.
so
Uh-huh.
that the Maid show was so good.
But it was Nick. That's our little Nick from.
Yes, he
from
was. That's
Wilson
right. He
Joey.
was. That's
I've
right.
been
That
wanting to
was
watch
him.
that.
He's great in it.
We have NCIS Hawaii on
Oh
here.
yeah, I had to go there. I'm not, like they just started that one.
Oh, because that's Vanessa Lachey.
yeah,
she's
that's a
fantastic.
new one.
Yeah. Tommy and Pam.
Yeah, of course.
Gemstones 2.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, Gemstones I'd watch 18 times. I'd watch it again 18 times. I mean,
It's so funny.
So funny.
Bel Air. That's the
I
spin-off.
didn't finish Bel Air yet.
No.
That one didn't get
Mayor of
finished.
Easttown. I
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
That.
Yep.
Loved that. Big Little Lies.
Yep.
Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, and,
And
I
then
started.
ha 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 ha. She wrote.
Because by the way, that's like what I would do during COVID. To be honest, was because I only have one child. How many children do you have?
3.
Okay, and you have 3. So like your COVID time was much different than my COVID time, obviously. And I was in Los Angeles, so you did not leave. I did not leave my house for a year. Like I did not leave my house for a year. Like that's what it was going on.
I was
where
in
like,
lockdown for like 2 months, and then I went back to work.
Right. Well, we didn't.
Yeah.
Right. So, and my husband's a writer, so he was writing from home. He was doing his Zoom TV show on Zoom. And I had no job, and I had a boy that was turned 12, turning 30. You know what I mean? Like he was 11, turning. So he wanted nothing to do with me. Like he was like, I'll be in my
he's
room.
in his room doing his Zoom classes.
Exactly.
And
Doing
video
his Zoom
games.
classes, and then video games, and then just being with his friends. And then he took up tennis. And like, it was just like, okay. And then I just wanted to be like, I would listen to the shows. Now, to be honest, I've never sat and watched those I watch. Like the dramas,
Easttown.
I watched that one, and like
All the
Handmaid's Tale. I watched.
FBIs.
The FBI's, I just listen.
Mhm.
I never watch.
Really?
I put my earbuds in, and I like clean, or I'm going to
You
organize.
listen to a TV show?
I listen to them like they're podcasts.
That's baffling to me. Like, don't
Yeah.
you miss stuff?
I'm sure, but who cares? I watched 23 seasons of 23 episodes of SVU. I'm sure something happened to somebody. Like, oh, they found the grandma. Like I know what's happening. Once you know the characters, it's like listening to a podcast.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So like if I sat down to watch a TV show, I feel like I'm not getting anything done with my life. So like I like clean and listen. I bring my iPad around. I'll bring it into the garage. I'll bring it into the bathroom. And
That's amazing.
I relate to this on many levels. This is ADHD walking right here.
Oh.
yes, that's what's
I'm there with you.
got it. Thank
You know, I could do that. I just need to remember to do it. I just don't do it.
But also, if you have earbuds in, nobody talks to you because you're like, oh, I can't hear you. Sorry, go away. Like with my family. Like my husband's like, are you going to?
Oh, so you're like my teenage sons that I want to smack across the
Yes.
face when I'm in the car and I think we're having a nice conversation, but really I'm talking and they have earbuds in and they're listening to their hip hop.
Yep.
And I'm
exactly.
like, are you kidding me?
You just said hip hop like your mother.
The
like
hip-hop.
They
That
got the
hippity-hoppity.
hip hop music these days.
these kids and their
These
hip hop
kids and their TikTok.
their TikTok.
Yeah.
So which one of those would you say was the best that you recommend of all those?
I mean,
things?
okay. If I were I would tell everybody to watch The Maid because I thought that was really great. And let's
Okay.
be perfectly clear, I loved The Maid, and it also definitely changed my relationship with my housekeeper because I was like, oh my god, because there's moments in it that you're like heartbroken. So I really liked The Maid.
Did you like The Great as much as I did?
The Great, I love.
Love The
Yeah,
Great.
I loved The Great. That was one I think I watched because I feel like that came out before COVID. So I don't think I feel like I watched that one,
Yeah.
and I watched that one. That was one I could watch. Like
I
The
watched that one
Crown,
on a big
I
screen.
watched The Crown.
Oh, The Crown.
You know what I mean? Like those are shows I watched.
Those are shows I have to watch without my husband. Is there anything you watch with your husband?
Oh God, no. He never
Oh,
watches
no?
TV. No, he doesn't watch TV.
He works in television, but he can't.
But he watches TV. But he'll watch like I don't even want to say what shows because I'm like like annoying boy shows, but like boy shows, not like sports boy shows, but like the like cool show that HBO is doing with the one stand up guy that like you've never seen before, and I'm
He
like
likes abstract stuff. But not like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something like that.
No,
I feel
no,
like-
no.
No, that's not his speed.
That's not his. I mean, he likes comedy. Obviously, he likes comedy.
He's a comedy writer.
He's a comedy writer. Yes, he is a comedy writer. But he watches a lot of
very
things.
successful comedy writer. Let's give him some due here.
Yeah, he's a very successful comedy writer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so clearly I'm employed by him often, or else we'd be divorced.
And I'm trying to ride that train.
Yeah,
too. I'm like,
yeah.
Come on, Marissa.
What can we do? What can we do? All my friends are always like, how can I be in that? I'm always like, I don't know. I'm just trying to get myself in it
Oh
still.
my gosh, I know.
No, not you. Like in
No,
general.
it's
yeah.
ridiculous. But I now I just want to pick his brain about because I'm into screenwriting now. So now I just want him to like punch up my scripts and like we'll collaborate.
Yeah, where he's really good.
need someone
where
professional.
his is like give me your script and I'm gonna give you like your like what's your
Where
arc?
all the
What's your
problems
story?
are.
No. Like it's like obviously he's funny, so punch up sure, but like he's like always like I think he came from like because he really worked with Judd Apatow for so long that it's really like what's the full story? Like what's the heart?
All the
Where's
big
the heart?
arcs.
Where's the arc? Where's the heart in the comedy? Because like
Yeah.
everyone can do comedy. It's but
Why are we endeared to
why
these
do we
people?
care about these
Yeah.
people?
What's the Save the Cat moment?
What's the Save the Cat moment?
It's a book called Save. There's a book called
Yeah.
Save the Cat that every screenwriter should read. That's just fun. That's a fun way of like breaking down the kind of fundamentals of screenwriting. And so we were talking about that
It's
the other
really
day.
special, yeah.
It's a fun book.
Yeah.
But if anybody out there is interested in screenwriting, or even as an actor, like
no,
it's
as
so
an actor,
helpful to
it's so,
read.
like, you're like, oh my God, I realize why I'm doing what I'm doing.
yeah, laying pipe, like how to lay
Yeah.
pipe or something.
Yeah.
They call something Pope in
That's
the
my
pool,
part in Melissa's movie, though. In
laying the pipe.
all I do in this Christmas Bootcamp movie is literally say like, we're gonna, you have graduation next week and then lunchtime, and I'm like,
Setting
oh
up
my
our
God, I'm
timelines.
like always just setting up the scene.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, like laying the pipe is like the exposition. The when you're
You're like, hi,
you're giving
I'm-
all the
yeah,
details.
You're just giving the details. You'll
Hey,
be like,
remember last week at 5:00 when we went to that
here
bowling
comes your
alley?
cousin. She is a new divorcee and drinks too much. It's like, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's like that's exactly what it is. But
Save the Cat has this great thing. He calls it, the writer of that calls it Pope in the Pool. So apparently there's a movie. I don't know if it's Godfather or something, but like the Pope is swimming in the pool and like laying all the pipe and giving out all the exposition. And so he's like, it's fascinating because your brain is going, is there a pool at the Vatican? Like, does the Pope actually swim? But really, you're getting all this information you don't realize you're getting. So like that's sort of like what he's
Where it
calling the
starts from.
device of like how to device, use that device. So it's totally fun. But I'm gonna pick your husband's brain about
yeah, you
my
absolutely
new
should.
screenwriting adventure.
I think it's exciting for you.
Melissa,
Yeah.
I have to pay you a compliment.
Oh.
You are a very supportive friend.
Oh, thank
You
you.
always back up my strange ideas, and you're there for me whenever I need you.
Same. You're my support.
Yeah, we have some very supportive listeners.
We have supportive fans out there that love our podcast, that check us out on YouTube, that rate and review, that do all the things. But now they can support us with merchandise.
Yes, you can rep What Women Binge.
Yeah, What Women Binge, merchandise available for you. Give it to your best friend, give it to your mailman. We're so excited that we can bring this to you guys. So you can go to whatwomenbinge.com and find our merch.
And go shopping. And then when you're out and about and you see someone wearing a hoodie emblazoned with our faces or logo, you can be like, oh, I like your hoodie.
It'll be a small community of people that listen to What Women
We
Binge,
need like a
and we'll
code
grow
word.
it. We're hoping you guys will support What Women Binge, not only by listening and by subscribing, but also by representing our merch, right? If they rep it in the streets, then people ask them about, what's Women Binge? Oh, it's this podcast I listen to. And then you guys
Right.
can spread the word.
So whatwomenbinge.com. Go shopping.
Thanks, guys. And your son is like a little athlete.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's like
Hey,
the
tell me
worst.
about it. You know why my throat's like this? Because I'm at a
Because you were
freaking
at
football game every night.
right? But you like sports, like you're like
slow down.
You like
Oh.
it. Oh, Melissa.
Here's what I am. I am an event girl. You take
Right.
me to the Derby, I am screaming the loudest. You take me to a
Yeah,
football game, I am
fair,
screaming the
fair.
loudest. You put me in front of a TV, I don't care.
Until
What?
she gets in the dressing room, she's like, guess what he did last night? You know football, right? And she's talking about like there's a down and there's this guy and he does this job. And I'm like,
offense, and there's a hole in the O line.
okay. I mean, I know football, but clearly not like you do.
No, I'm really good at I think it's an acting thing too. Really good at regurgitating like stuff I hear my husband say.
Right.
So I sound like I know what I'm talking about. But like when I watch the game, I'm still learning. Like Mark would say stuff to me last night that I was like, I'm sorry, what does that mean? And so I'm still trying to learn it. It's a really complicated, like I understand chess, but this is like, I still don't understand
But
the
do
position.
you like, okay, your son that plays football, would you like, if you went to a football game that your son wasn't playing in, would you have fun?
If there was a player I was rooting for. So like I used to love to watch the Giants when Michael Strahan was there
Okay,
because he was a friend and I could be like, okay, I'm watching him. You know what I mean?
Right. Fair.
And like same thing with the race car drive. Like if like Oriole Servia's in the race, then I'm like all about it. Or
Right.
my
So-
ex-boyfriend Casey Mears is in that race and I'm
Let me
all
ask
about
you,
it.
Do you know? No.
I know Michael's that one because he's like on the Today Show.
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's what I
I'm
was gonna
like,
say. So
like,
if you
no,
know
yeah.
sports people, you
So like
like
even if my
sports.
son's not playing, like if his friend Edwin, who comes to our house all the time, for example, who by the way, Edwin is going to be the next Michael Strahan, Edwin Spillman. You should all look out for that kid. My God, he is an amazing athlete. But if Edwin's playing, I am like, watching Edwin and like, is he gonna sack the quarterback? Is he gonna make that tackle? Is he gonna, and so then I'm
Right.
invested. I have to be invested with the person, with the thing.
Well, so like I have no real interest in sports at all, and
But
my
your son's
husband
baseball,
also has no interest in sports. And then my son is like a total athlete. It's like we joke that we're like always like, oh my God, like what are we gonna do? It's like how most people feel when they have like a kid that's in the theater. Like
Right.
everybody's like, oh God, my son wants to be an actor, and I'm like, oh my God, he wants to be an athlete. What happens now? Like
what do I do with
we're
this?
literally like we're watching the Super Bowl and literally he's like, who are we rooting for? Like for we're like nobody. We're just waiting to see Beyonce. Like we don't care who's playing in the Super Bowl, But he played baseball was his sport, and then he played soccer, and he was like really really good at both. And then they get to that age where they're like pick one, and then COVID happened, and I was like, I guess you play tennis because there were no sports again in Los Angeles. Nobody was doing anything, so I was like, well, he could play tennis because he needs to play. Like he's so athletic. And then he got super good, got super serious, and he goes to IMG Academy in Florida. So he,
for tennis.
For tennis.
I was thinking it was baseball. Okay.
It's for tennis. He's like he's more of like, if you know sports kids, you'd be like, oh, he's more of a baseball player, but he happens to be playing tennis.
No, that's
Yeah.
great. That's a great
Wow.
sport.
Yeah, like he's crazy.
It
He's
is
like
super hard.
super good, super like got as is as good as kids that have been playing their whole lives, and he's just like keeping up. And
It's always great
killing
when
it.
your kid like locks into something like
Yeah.
that they love you can feel that passion for them. Like
Well, I started watching Friday Night Lights. I started like trying to binge that because I
so
hadn't-
good.
great one.
because I hadn't watched it. Well, I mean, the first 2 episodes though take you out of Friday Night
Have you ever
Lights.
seen the movie though?
No, I
watch
haven't.
the movie.
Is
The movie's stellar, and then the TV show that changed my marriage. Like watching that TV show,
because it's about sports, Melissa.
it's about Southern football, which is
Right.
what my husband was all about. He grew up in Alabama with
Right.
Friday Night Lights, and I did not know what even Friday Night Lights
I didn't know
were.
either. Did
'Cause
I?
Look, we were in New York.
Yeah, we didn't.
So
yeah.
for me on Long Island, the nearest stadium is Giant Stadium,
Yeah.
all the way in New Jersey. I'm not going out there for
No,
a football
for
game. My
sure.
dad doesn't care. My brother's little.
yeah, nobody cared. Yeah,
We didn't know
same.
anything about that. So, but then to marry a guy from Alabama,
Oh.
I had to learn.
I remember when you were living in Connecticut, being like, "We're gonna have to move to the South for good football."
Yeah.
like I remember you saying,
and that's what he said. And then UConn, I think, kind of did
Yeah.
is having some fun these days. But yeah, I'm like, damn it, we just moved and like UConn's doing well. But then
yeah, no, I just started watching that show, and my
It's
friend-
so good.
And then I got to like the second episode, and I'm like, I can't watch people get hurt because that's like, I'm not
Oh.
spoiler-ing anybody. Like it's episode
No, it's
1,
fine. And
the
it's
kid
like-
gets hurt, and it's 100 years ago.
in the
Like,
first movie, it's Booby Miles. Booby Miles
my
gets hurt.
heart, like I was like, and my friend said, just fast forward through it, you'll get through it, and then
Yeah.
you'll be great. And so like,
And then it becomes a little bit more soapy.
soapy.
Yeah.
I love a good I liked Devious Maids. I remembered that. Like I haven't
Yeah.
watched. Like I liked that show.
Yeah.
Like I like all the soapy.
Back to Friday Night Lights for a second, because we've never
Yeah.
discussed this one before
Right.
here on the show. It literally, like, watching their marriage, it was like a positive, like Connie Britton and Kyle, what's his name? Chandler. They play such a great, like, married couple who support each other. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's rare to watch a show like that where you have a couple that really it has each other's back in a positive way. And like seeing him coach the kids and the whole full eyes, full heart, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Like,
Yeah.
it's powerful. That's a powerful show.
It's a good show.
It is. So keep going
Yeah.
through that one.
No, I'm going to. It also like helps me. Like I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm learning. It's a soapy show, obviously, but it's like this is what my son's living. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
clearly he's not playing football because I'm a crazy person, and my son would never play football. But I'm just kidding.
No, I'm right there with you.
Oh, no,
I
she's
tell
the
her
same.
all the time. I'm like, no.
He's
Yeah.
not going to play
No.
football.
Like I pray.
She won't let him go to field day.
He's going to field day this year.
Yay!
He's 9, but he's. I mean, he's
He's an academic.
He's an art.
He is.
He's an artist.
He's an
Right,
artist.
that's
He's a
all I
creative.
want. I would say to people,
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the train station. Bring me your tap dancing son.
Yes.
And not saying yours, but I'm like, we
I'll
can
trade
do a
ya.
trade. We can do a trade. There'll be no questions asked.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, my son's already 6 feet tall. Like I'm like not even like it's like ridiculous.
You're in his belly button.
It's ridiculous.
So funny. Yeah, my son, he's really into professional wrestling. That's about like as close to
Great.
like true athleticism as we get. And then he's just
he's
taking
doing
up
fencing?
He's just taking up fencing.
Fencing is a cool.
so
Fencing is cool.
I'm feeling like if we can
And field day is going to change all that. All of a sudden, he's going to become a track athlete.
you watch us
I'm gonna watch him pole vault.
check out of there at like 10:05 a.m.
He's gonna be pole vaulting, killing that discus
She
throw.
got
What is
so
it called?
mad
The
at me
frisbee
last year
throw.
because I was like, I'm not making him go to field
I
day.
couldn't understand it. I was like, this is the best day of the year. You don't have to go to school, but you get to be with your friends.
and
the
you have to
teachers-
do sports.
But you get to run around and like nobody's
God.
really
You have to
competitive.
run around in 1,000-degree weather.
But nobody's competitive. It's
They're
like
all
it's just
They're
not
all
fun.
competitive.
There's
about?
like two competitive ones, and the rest are
okay,
like,
hold
what's
on a
up?
second.
Let's hang out.
Melissa, who's not competitive? You know who's competitive?
Field day?
Yes. Oh my
She
God.
clearly did not go to real high school.
Yeah, I did. I went to New York public school, and I was like, but field day was like, and I was not athletic. I got teased all the time for being the slowest swimmer in the swimming.
How'd
in
that make
middle
you
school.
feel?
Terrible, but I still was like, I'm gonna do. But I'm still finished. I still got to the end.
Wholeheartedly traumatized from middle school.
But that's part of growing up.
Do you
we
remember
gotta
when,
do it.
when we had like the presidential
Yes.
fitness test, and then you have to
Oh.
hold the
The-
bar?
what
and you
was
have-
that?
I don't know.
You
but
had to
you
do
have to, like,
pull-up.
do the pull up, and you're like,
Oh,
shot, just
shaking.
30 more seconds. I can't do
Oh,
it.
and I have
Or
the
the
longest
sit-ups.
legs
No.
this side of the Mississippi.
The sit-ups.
And trying to do the
Do
thing
they
where you
still
have to
have
reach.
that? I don't think
I
they
don't
have
know.
that.
Oh,
I don't think they have that anymore.
I
was
think
the
they
worst.
do, but I think it's in a different way.
it's not as like wanting to
Because
kill
that
her.
was rough. I mean,
That
that
was-
I felt
It was
competitive.
so embarrassing.
It was
I just
so
remember being
embarrassing.
like, oh my God.
I would
it's
try
gonna
to
be that
crank out those.
day.
Remember, we had to do full. This was before the days
Full
of crunches.
sit-ups.
Full sit-ups. That was hard. but
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to practice that. And the pull-up, forget it. I could never
that
do
that
the
whole,
pull-up.
it was like that
Oh,
whole
rope. Did we have to do a rope?
Yeah, I think we had to
With
do
the
a
rope climb?
climb the rope.
Oh,
Which
that
is
was
so
crazy.
Run a mile.
crazy, you guys.
Run a mile.
Run the mile, which yeah.
I'm the worst runner. I'm the worst swimmer. I'm the slowest of everything. But I was always like, but I'm gonna finish. Like
Right.
my whole thing was like, I'm gonna
but like
get
Melissa,
there.
that's your personality. Like it's not healthy for children who are like actually.
But I didn't take it as like I have to be better than my friends. I took it as like I'm gonna
right.
do. I'm
Just
gonna finish.
yourself,
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
Yes,
but there
that's
are
you,
kids out there
Melissa.
who are competitive.
But
Like
Riker's
my
not
son,
competitive,
my
is
son
he?
is competitive.
No,
and
Riker's not, but all
the
of
kids that are like my kid
Oh.
would be like, "What's wrong with you? Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, why are you so
are you doing?
slow?"
What are you doing?" Like, oh yeah, like
All right, you ready for our 10 questions? Okay, so if you could live life as any character in a book, show, movie, who would it be?
ooh, oh my gosh, oh my God, is they supposed to be fast?
No.
Oh shoot,
Take your time.
This is
I
just
could
for
live
conversation.
life. I don't know. I'm
Tracy
pretty,
Turnblad
I mean, yeah, I feel like Tracy was like
or
awesome.
Patty from Santa Bootcamp.
I'd want to be Patty from Santa Bootcamp because
She's loving life.
really loving life.
Like the only note I ever have to give Marissa is like because she
Bring
does
it
have a
down.
few passive aggressive lines to the lead, who's Emily Kinney playing Emily. And so she has a few passive aggressive lines, and sometimes I just have to be like Marissa. There's two notes.
Yeah.
It's Marissa. It's you're an elf. Say it with not technically,
Kind.
but like say it with a smile. So sometimes she has to say it with a smile, like you're gonna have to wait in line. And then the other thing is we dial it down. We go from 100%. And we do a version at 75%.
And I told her, I was like, we can just keep doing that, and you can edit my performance together because I don't have any clue because I'm like all or nothing. I am like an all or nothing person.
Yeah.
Like,
All
gosh,
right, who's your character?
I don't know. I think I would want to be like,
It sounds like
gosh.
Bernadette Peters.
oh my God, I want to be Bernadette. I do love Bernadette Peters.
That woman's cleavage.
She's perfect.
incredible.
How?
She's just perfect. Like everything about her is perfect. I love her voice. I love her
She's
body. I love her like
flawless.
spirit. Like she's like so respected. I think I'd want to be like a tall. I actually, in fairness, would want to be a tall person. Like I would want to pick someone like I'd want to be like someone tall who gets like respect when they walk in the door. Like I feel like I'm trying to think who like one of my dear friends, Lucy Lawless, who played Xena, is like she's one of my best friends, and like we'll walk into a store. I'll be the one that's shopping. We walk in and they're like, how can I help you, ma'am? And I'm like, let me just grab something over here. Like I'm like, I could have cash pouring out of my pockets and no one will help me. Like she just walks in like straight and tall and people always
It's funny.
help
That's
her.
like me and Caroline Ray. Literally walk into
sure.
restaurants behind her and everyone turns to look at her. Nobody knows I'm with her.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yep.
But like she has the big hair and she's very tall and she always
Right.
wears bright colors.
But like Lucy doesn't even look like Lucy. Like she's actually just looks like a fancy lady. Like I think I
Yeah.
just want to be like a tall fancy
Yeah.
lady because I feel like no matter how much money I have, no matter what I do,
Ooh,
like,
have you watched Ted Lasso?
I haven't.
What's her name? Hannah.
Yeah, but I
Waddingham?
She's great. She's stunning.
Wow. I want to be
Yeah.
her.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. Let's move on. Yeah,
that was me. Sorry.
no, that was
I took
good.
over
No,
your
take
question.
please.
If you had to pick a genre to describe your life, what would it be?
Oh my, well, it's like musical theater. Like I'm completely like a musical theater. I'm literally 100%. My whole life feels like
A musical.
a musical. Like
I
it
love
really
that.
does.
Yeah.
It really does.
That's a good one. We didn't think of that when Rita was like, "What? What do you mean?"
Right.
And we started naming off. We didn't think of that as a genre.
But I'm
that's perfect.
really she's gosh, she's like a movie like the before the the non-speaking. What are they like the
Oh,
silent
like a
movie?
silent
Yes.
She's like a silent
Oh
movie.
yeah, with those eyes.
Yeah, those eyes.
If you could choose any actor or actress to play, I guess it would be an actress to play you in your life story, who would you pick?
To play me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's nobody that could play me. I guess I would play me.
So this is what all the actresses are going to say because that's what Rita.
Nobody
she's
can
like.
play me.
Nobody can.
Nobody
do
can
that.
play me. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I would be so weirded out by someone playing me. Because
Right, get back to us.
I'll get back to you, in like 10 years from now. But like I feel like I would be like so like
But
because
you're gonna figure it out in like an hour. I know.
but I'm so too much that I would feel like they're mocking me. Whereas like it doesn't feel like a mock when I do
Oh,
it.
you know who I think would be great as you?
Careful. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that girl who was just in that Netflix movie and she was on The Descendants. Sophia.
Carson?
Yes.
I love you. I love her.
Yes.
know her. I'm
She
gonna
would be
look
a
her up.
great you.
I love that. I love her. I did a movie, Feel the Beat, with her. She was she's so sweet. The sweetest girl. Yeah, I guess like I just think like who's like a cute chubby actress, but you're right. It doesn't have to be a chubby person. But in my
No,
mind,
you're beautiful. Are you kidding?
No, I know, but in my mind, I'm like, she's gonna be like short and chubby. But you're right. Like it's more of my essence, and my essence is
Yes,
yeah. I like that. I like her.
I love it. You guys, you both like take up space in like a lovely like energy way, right?
Who, me?
No, like I do. I
take-
feel like when I
take up
walk
space.
into a room, I want to take up space. Like I want to like be there and be present and be full,
Yeah.
like all of me, and like
Yeah,
have
I
people
agree.
like and like you have this like aura, this bubble around you. that's,
I
like-
will say.
I mean, you guys have the hair too, but
I know when I don't have hair, I don't take.
I'm
as
like
much
I'm trying to get
space.
like I'm trying to get
Yeah,
my
it's
hair.
cute.
up
I
there
love your hair today.
I'm
I like
trying.
the top bump. You
I'm
got to
trying.
make it even higher. It's almost like a peacock.
It won't go. Yeah,
Right?
Oh, you're
peacock.
peacocking
She said
today.
pineapple, but I'm peacocking.
You're peacocking. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. In your opinion, what is the best TV theme song?
I mean, like it has to be what Laverne and Shirley
Oh.
like was a really good one.
What is it?
Jamil, Schmazel,
Hop and Top Incorporated.
We're gonna do it. Give us
our
way. Yes, I
our
love that
way.
one. That
That's
song
a
was so
good
good,
one.
and it and that opening credit, like anyone that watched.
Yeah.
Anyone or can you can remember the opening credits
Yeah,
of them,
putting the
like
glove
the
on the
glove on the
bottle.
bottles, and yeah, it was
Pushing
so
the cart down the
I miss that kind of TV.
I just like I was saying with Rita's episode, I miss like when theme songs told you what was going to happen in the show. I
Yeah.
miss Gilligan's Island,
Yeah.
Brady Bunch, Cheers.
Cheers. Like when did theme songs stop?
I don't know, but there is an Instagram page I'm going to find for you guys that of a woman who does theme songs that hit really hard and stuff like that, or hit theme songs that went too big,
Well,
or
like
theme
the
songs that made no
Reba,
sense.
you know the Reba theme song. Oh my gosh, I don't know it offhand, but the Reba theme song is like really happy. But the second verse of the Reba song is like, I lost my man, my life's like I'm drinking in the back. Like it's all
country
like
song.
it turns like but it's like, but they just use the like up part, but then it like really gets dark.
Well, that's like the song "You Are My Sunshine."
Yeah.
It's actually like a really dark song about a guy who lost a girl. You are my sunshine, my only
Yeah.
sunshine.
Don't ruin
you
this
make me
for
happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
Please don't
Please don't take my sunshine away. And the second
Somebody
verse
take
is
the sunshine
The
away.
other
the second one is,
night, dear, when I
lay
was sleeping,
I dreamt I held you in my arms. But when I woke up, I was mistaken,
Oh.
and I hung my head and cried.
You're right.
You just sang in front of me.
Barely.
I got you.
It doesn't count. Doesn't count.
And everybody heard me sing. You're welcome.
I
Um,
stuck with you.
Okay, so you said Laverne and Shirley. I like that.
I like
one.
that one.
What's the hardest part of your job?
Being away from my kid.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
really being away from my son. Like whenever I work and I'm not like, like there for him, it's like I spend, and I'm sure every working mother has this. It doesn't matter if you're an actress, whatever you do as a living. It's like when I'm at work, I feel guilty that I'm not with my son, and when I'm with my son, I feel guilty I'm not working. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Mom guilt's real.
Yeah, mom guilt is Really
And like a
real.
little piece of me dies every time I have to leave them and go away to work
Yeah.
or just not be home for dinner
or just
or
miss
miss something.
just missing something like
Which is why going to these football games for my son is like all I'm trying to get in this because I have a lot of work coming up too.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get to these football games.
Yeah.
It's killing me that I
No, of course.
finally
'Cause
on the
you're like
varsity.
you just want him to see that, like you want their memories to be that you were there.
Yeah.
Because like, listen, we're all like, we have so many issues probably with our own parents. But like our kids are gonna have different issues, right?
Yeah.
So like in my mind, I'm like, well, if he can like be like, oh, she was there for this, he can't be like, oh, she didn't do this or
But
she
they
didn't do
always
that.
remember the one thing you're not there for, which is such a
course.
killer. Like
No.
they're like, remember when you didn't come to my birthday that one time? And I'm like, I was. It's just that I worked during the day and I came home at night.
Yeah, and it's like, but they know they're messing with you, you know.
Yeah.
But like I do, that's my one thing. My biggest thing is like I wish I could like. It's like I want to be 100% a mom or 100% an act. Like
Well,
I'm
we
like
do get to do that. I feel like though our careers,
yes,
like
more.
I get to when I'm at home, I'm at home.
Yes.
Like I even tell my people like, don't call me.
Right.
Just like send me some emails and I'll check them later. But like I'm off when I'm off and I'm on when I'm on. And usually like for us, like we're in a hotel and we're somewhere away and like
Yeah.
right now I'm working from home, which is what I want to do, funny enough. But at the same time, I also then have to be both. Because when I go away, it's like I can shut it off and be in a hotel and order in and get my homework done.
When I'm like doing a musical, I'll like even if I'm doing a musical in Los Angeles where my family is, I sometimes have to stay in a hotel because I'm like, I can't be like fighting with you about like, not that like I'm fighting over what dinner is, but you know, there's those little arguments that pop up. And when I'm singing, it's like, I can't, like I was doing this one woman show and I was like, I'm going to go 3 days early because I can't be home worrying about getting you to tennis. And then like, you know, when your child has like just like anxiety, so they lash out in a different way.
Right.
But like, I'm so sensitive that I'm like, why are we arguing about this? But it's like, he's just stressed about his game. Like it has nothing to do with you, like move on. But like, I'm like, take everything so sensitive.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to go, like I was doing this thing in New York where I was singing and I was like, I literally said I have to go 3 days early because I won't be able to shut down until I
It's
get
interesting.
there.
I was thinking about that this week. We have a bunch of night shoot stuff coming up, and I was thinking like if I stayed at the hotel that's on the property of where we are, I could just go to
Actually
sleep, get sleep.
Because you won't be able to.
Yeah, I could get my homework done. I could focus, but how guilty will I feel for not going home those 3 nights? You know,
But yeah,
but which one?
it's
Something
hard.
suffers.
But listen, like you don't realize it when you're a kid because like I remember being like, oh my God, why isn't my dad home for dinner? Or why isn't my mom, you know? And then as an adult, you're like, oh my God, we're all just doing the best we can.
Yeah,
Like, and our parents didn't know
And
what
all
they were
they-
doing, and we don't know what we're doing.
Right.
And all you really remember is the love they gave you. So if you and I have to keep reminding myself of that. Like as long as you're there, you're supportive, you're loving,
Yeah.
you try to be present. Like I'm trying to remember to put my phone down. Like my 9-year-old's calling,
Yeah.
Tucker's calling me on that now. He's like, do you want to put the phone down and listen to what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, tell me about Stranger Things again.
Please,
And like-
please, I'm so interested.
Tell me
I
about
did
why
watch
Eddie's
Stranger
your
Things.
favorite character.
Yeah, I
he
did
Tucker.
watch-
Tucker's going to be our in-house expert on Stranger Things once I finish it. That's another show I got to finish. Did you
And
do?
Squid Games? I watched Squid Games in a hotel because
Oh.
only because my son I was at his school, like it was like parent weekend, and he said, I started watching the show Squid Games. I want you to watch it so we can watch it together. And I was like,
yeah.
okay. And my husband was on a Zoom like writing, so I was literally like in the bathroom like trying to hide, and I was like watching Squid Games like on a chair, like I was sitting in a chair watching it. I was like, what is happening? Because I watched it before I knew what was happening. And then I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah, I had no idea.
No idea.
Tucker tricked me and he's like, let's watch Squid Games.
Totally tricked me into it.
I turned it on and I was like,
I have not watched it because I knew what it was going on.
Don't watch Yellow
Don't know for
Jackets
me.
until you know what that is.
I don't know what. I haven't watched it. Everyone's like, you're gonna love it. I'm like,
first
am I?
Scene is horrifying.
Listen-
I was sitting next to Amanda on a plane and I screamed.
She like slams the phone down. She's like, "Nope, don't do it. Don't do it."
Okay.
Horrifying,
Okay,
but it's
then.
amazing. Like I want to finish it.
Is
but I
it
haven't
like?
found
Is
the
it
time.
like get past that first horrifying, or is it?
No,
always
I think it's
horrifying?
gonna be. It's like
Okay.
Lord of the Flies for girls on a soccer team.
Oh, all right. Okay, wait. I'll be okay.
But
with
it's
that.
gruesome.
I'll be okay with that.
Judging by the things you like,
I like
on
that.
your list,
No,
I
Yeah.
think you could handle
Oh
it.
no, I'm like, give me SVU. Like, find the body. Tell
if
me
you're
who
all about
died.
the rape and murder,
I
you'll
am
be fine.
I didn't want to say it, but I am all about the rape and murder. I love murder shows.
If you like murder crime, do you do podcasts?
Oh yeah. I listen to like on podcasts. I listen to a show that's like straight, not even like how people are like, oh, the funny murder shows. No, I listen to like serial murders. Like I listen to like, and once I was like, when I was doing Big Brother, they were like, what podcast are you going to write the most? And I'm like, serial murders. And they were like, they literally were like, let's just say like, there's like another podcast about murders, which
yeah.
is more of like a comedy,
Fluffy. Yeah.
fluffy. And I was like, That's not what I watch. They're like, you sound like a crazy person. I'm like, I listen to the murder shows when I'm driving. And sometimes I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on this dark alley. This is like where I'll see a kid walking. I'm like, someone should pick that kid up. Like, I get like so freaked out.
Wait, Big Brother real quick.
Yeah.
You told me the other day, though, so it's funny that you do like all this dark mystery murder stuff, but
I do like reality TV too.
But you told me the secret to winning Big Brother the other day.
Yeah.
Which was?
Be really nice. It was really being really. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
It was like be really nice. Like I
was nice to everyone.
I was nice to everyone. Like the reality shows, which was so funny because even in Big Brother, like the producers didn't even see my game. Like literally to the point where the last moment of the show, I won the final head of household, so I could pick who went to the finals with me, and I picked Ross Matthews. And even Julie Chen since then has like apologized to me because she was like, oh my God, like instantly she was like, why did you do that? Like because they really thought he was going to win, and I was like, I was playing the game. Like I knew the game. I knew that the people that went home were going to vote for me, and I knew what was happening. You know, like I was playing such a different game, so much so that the producers didn't know my game.
Wow.
Because like they'd be like, "Are you like, you know, like they'd literally be in like the diary room being like, all right, now tell us your secrets," and I'd be like, in my head, like, I'm not telling you my secrets
No.
because then I'm telling you my secrets. Then I'm telling the people that got voted out my secrets. Like,
Yeah.
no, I keep all my secrets to myself. So like when you watch the edit even of the show, you're like, oh, Marissa's cute, she's funny, but like they had no like
No
they didn't even
story
like
here.
Has anyone done it since then? Like, has
done
anyone
my
copied
game?
your...
No.
No?
Nobody could.
So
You
if I get on,
couldn't.
I can do it? Oh, no?
Yes, you
Oh,
could.
damn.
You could do it.
All right, well, you coach me.
No, but you could do it because
They did ask me to do it, and I was like, I don't even understand. I don't even
you
know
would
what the game
hate
is.
it.
I
You
would hate it. Okay.
Like, here's the thing. I liked it because I'm such like, I'll sit around and I could sit, you're going to cut me off soon.
I know I'm going to have to.
I know, but
No.
like I could do this for 5 more hours. Like this is my
Yeah.
favorite thing. So like the idea of being in a house with like no phones and everyone just has to sit around and talk was like a dream. And I'm like genuinely interested in people's lives. So
Yeah.
like I'm genuinely have genuine questions and I like actually find it so fascinating.
Yeah.
Whereas other people were just like always playing the game. And I'm like, if you just ask people questions and get them talking, they like you know?
Yeah.
So like and I didn't lie to anybody. I was like, I'm going in and playing like, and I was able to do like, there's times where they'll be like, let's make an alliance. What's our alliance name? And I literally would be like, okay, just tell me later what the alliance name is and I'll be back. I'm going to go like check on something else. Because then that way I had like, I wasn't lying. I wasn't there when they made the team. Like I wasn't there when they made, you know, so like I was really smart about like what I did.
Oh, you're cute.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I've
And this
told-
is all your true crime probably coming
It's all
out.
my true crime. Yeah.
You know
And I
how to, like,
leave things
bury a
in
body, don't
rooms.
you?
Before
know
you
how
go
to
on to the next one, though, so you're obviously like competitive in a sense because you did Dancing with the Stars too.
Yeah.
And you went to the finals in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm competitive. Well, yeah. Well, what's so funny is because I like say how like I'm like, where did my son get this from? But literally, I know you can't say the F word on your show because I'm sure that you don't. But it actually on my refrigerator in writing says the F word champion. Like it's like champion,
Effing champion.
Yep, effing champion. And it's like on a big poster board. And my whole thing is always like, I don't care what you do, just be a champion, you know? And like,
And here she is, ladies. and
Mine, I
gentlemen.
have one in my kitchen that says, be a good loser.
oh, and mine is like win. At the end of the day, be a winner. Just like I don't care what you do. I don't care like if you're like I don't care what your job is. Like just win at your job. Like be a winner. Like be positive and win. You know.
Well,
So,
obviously you
yes.
can sing and dance and all of that because Broadway, Tony Award winner. But like, did you have a strategy for Dancing with the Stars too?
Yes, I totally did.
Oh my God, what was
My
it?
strategy with Dancing with the Stars was, well, so I was season 6. And so that was like right when it started. Like
Yeah.
I was like the Christy Yamaguchi season. Like that's who won my season. Of course she was going to win. Christy Yamaguchi.
She's an ice skater.
First of all, what
An
she does.
Olympic ice
An
skater.
Olympic ice skater. And what she does is harder on ice than on the
Than
like
on regular
like she
shoes.
was able to put on shoes, not like too thin blades.
She's
right?
not sliding.
Whatever. But my year was before they had like anybody that could dance. So she was the first one that kind of
Yeah.
changed that. Like, oh, we're gonna give you some good dance.
Oh yeah, because they tried that with me. I was supposed to be in the first season, and then when they came back to me, I was having babies.
Right.
And once I had 2 babies, then they came back to me and they were like, "Oh wait, you have too much dance experience." Because I taught preschoolers when I was 12.
Yeah, that's
they said I had too much dance experience.
Right. So my
and then they came back
my
around.
season was like the first time where like Christy did it and like, but like for me, I was like the first woman on the show that was like chubby, like normal girl, like cute chubby Marissa, I always say. And cute chubby Marissa wins because like cute chubby Marissa is everybody at home watching
have a
the
story.
show.
Right.
Like everybody at home looks like me. They don't look like Shannon Elizabeth, right? So like, and my season was Shannon Elizabeth and she was amazing, you know? So like, I'm like, who are the people going to vote for? Like I might get really bad scores, which I did. Like my scores were so bad, but it might have also just been the show being like, if we give her bad scores, then the audience at home will want to vote for her, right?
Yeah.
But there's always, listen, I watch so much reality TV. So like,
There's
I watch
politics.
all the reality TV shows. So my whole thing was like, just be happy to be there, excited. And like the whole thing for me was, I'm like an audience member. I'm a biggest fan of the show. I'm an audience member that got picked out of the audience. Aren't I so lucky? Oh my God, I've never worn a pretty dress like this. I look so cute. And like, I joked that I was like, sometimes I was like saying things that Tracy Turnblad said. Like, I just want to dance. And I was literally like, I've danced my whole life. Like, I don't care about, like, it was so funny. Or like, they'd be like, say that you like didn't, like, they wouldn't say, like, they were like, did you go to the prom? Did you have a prom dress like this? And I was like, my prom, oh, this would have been so much fun if I went to the prom. I went to every prom. You know what I mean? Like, of course I went to the prom. Like, do I seem like a person that would miss out on a prom? Like,
You
I'm
get to
not.
wear a big hair bow.
Like, I was like, oh my God, we're all going to the prom. You know,
Big blue eyeshadow
exactly.
and
Oh,
the whole
I had purple contact lenses for the prom.
Oh, stop.
That. Oh my God. But so like my plan for that was like never get upset, never cry, just be happy to be there. And the producers would be like,
Oh, see, I got so upset. That's where I
that's
blew
where
it.
you blew it, because everybody at home is like, well, if you're not having fun, why are you there?
Yeah, well, I was like, there were so many Girl Next Door, you know, America's Sweetheart types on my episode, on my season. And I thought maybe I'd be able to be like my friend Soleil Moon Fry was like, go out there and show them that you're a woman now. Everyone's always seen you as a teenager. Now you get to be sexy, you know, grown up Melissa. And that's not what anyone wanted to see.
No one wants to see
and it
that.
was and
No.
and there were too many people fighting for the same position. We were on an episode. Our season they decided to put 16 people in instead of 10, and so it was almost double the amount of people to try to get rid of. So
No, my season was just like, I had Marlee Matlin. Like, how you're not going to beat Marlee Matlin. And but then Marlee Matlin was like so serious and like stopped having fun because she was like, I remember her sitting down one day and being like, how do we win? How do we win? And I looked at her and started laughing. I'm like, we don't win. Like, we're not going to win this, Marlee. Like, we can just have fun. Like, so like my whole thing was like,
but that's what I said at the beginning.
Fun.
Everyone said, aren't you worried about the judges? Are you worried about the amount of dancing? I said, no. I've always wanted to dance my whole life. I wanted to be a ballerina more than I wanted to be an actor. That's all I wanted to do. I'm only here for the fun. But then the first time those judges gave those scores, I thought I did great.
Yeah.
And I got those first scores. All of a sudden I went, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you didn't like it? I didn't mess up.
I was told I was boring. They were like that because they wanted me to
I'm
fight
sure I
with
was boring.
with my dance partner. They're like, your number's boring. He's not giving you enough stuff. He's not giving you enough stuff. And I was like, if I go on TV right now and say my partner, who is a ballroom, like he's won ballroom champions in like Russia. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like he was like a ballroom champion. I'm sure it wasn't Russia. I'm sorry, Tony. I was dancing with Tony Devolani.
It was.
He's Romanian.
Romanian, maybe. Yeah. Something like that.
One of those.
Eastern European.
Albanian.
Is that
Albanian?
Albanian,
He's Albanian.
That's right. And he's like a champion. He's as good as they get, right? So like, you're not going to have me, who's getting 5s on my pot of whatever it was, to be like, I don't think our dances are good. Like then the audience would be like, boo, you're out. But like in my heart, I was like, what is happening? You know. So my strategy there was just smile, and then I would cry and be like, oh my God, they're never going to let me leave because I like.
Oh, she wanted to leave.
I was like, oh my God,
I wanted one more week because I was going to work. I told you this. I was going to learn my quick step. I designed the costumes, and my son was finally able to come into the ballroom and see me because he was only like 3 or 4 at the time, and I was going to dance to Bare Necessities, his favorite song from his favorite movie. And I designed Mark Ballas. Yeah, I designed Mark Ballas this gray tail suit with a hat that was going to pop up, a little top hat, and I was going to wear like ostrich feathers around the bottom of my like beautiful little, you know, like, and I was going to learn the quick step. All I wanted was one more week, and then I wanted to go home.
Quick step was my. Oh no, the jive was my worst. I was so bad in the jive.
I thought I was great at the jive, but when I watch it back, I'm like, ooh, I'm bouncy.
I know.
Way
I
too
would have thought
bouncy.
that I would have been good at like the jive and all those, and the quick step. But really, where I was really, really good was the ballroom stuff because I would just like hold onto Tony, who was
And
like
he
6
swings
feet
you.
tall.
And he could just swing you
and
around.
my arm, so my position was perfect because he was like opening my, like if I had someone shorter, you can't stand up straight. But I was like holding as high as I
But
can.
that's weird they put you with him because they told me that there's only, for me and any other short girl, there were only 2 short dancers, and that was Derek and
Right, because
Mark.
they didn't want to put a tall girl with a short person. Well, in my season, like, broke all the molds. And also, like, so then after my season, there was always someone who was chubby. Like, after that, there was, like, always a chubby person on the show. And sometimes they were, like, chubby wanting to lose, like, their baby weight. And sometimes they were just, like, overweight women that the audience, like, loved.
Well, see, I just didn't have a storyline because they wouldn't let my kids come in, and I was a mom, and, you know, other than, and Mark Ballas really didn't want me to be we were going to do a dance to Abracadabra, and he was like, no, let's get away from the witch thing. And I was like, okay.
No, you
Like,
got to lean
trusting him.
into the
I
witch
know, I
thing.
should have leaned into it, but we were trying to get away from
My
it.
opening number was apple bottom jeans. Like, I swear to God, my opening number was
That's
like, I was
awesome.
like, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Like, I was like, let's do a number that's like
awesome.
lean into my big butt. Like,
I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, no, we went very
Yeah.
vanilla. We went very like.
I would have done every song would have been like witchcraft, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would have done
No, totally. And
the waltz to
we
witchcraft.
should have like.
You have to consult me, everybody, if you're
I
ever
will
going on a reality
game
show.
shows.
I like
given up on them. Although I've won the last. I don't know if you heard, but I won over $1 million on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh,
Where's my $1 million ticket was up here.
not only did I watched it happen. Like that
You
was
did?
crazy.
I know it was. It was.
But you
It's
didn't
the
get to
most
keep
ever.
it.
Now you're gonna go try to. Oh no, I'm
No,
not.
I
keeping
couldn't
that
do.
money.
I couldn't do Wheel of Fortune. I can't like see 4 letters
Oh,
together.
yeah,
My
yeah,
eyes are like jig. With Big Brother, I got to keep the money. It wasn't for charity.
Oh really?
Oh no, it was my money.
And Dance with the Stars.
And Dance with the Stars, you
Yeah.
didn't get paid, but you
Yeah.
got paid, you know? So
Yeah.
like, no.
Yes.
I played the right one. And they're like, yeah, no.
Like, I'm here.
Well, I think that's why I could do so well on these when it's not for me. There's not as much pressure. It's for charity.
Oh my God,
It's- they're already getting
Could
money.
you imagine if that was like you're getting $1 million?
That'd be yeah.
That would be
I couldn't even. Well,
insane.
I had to check myself when I won it. When Pat Sajak opened the thing and was like, "You want to? Could your charity use $1 million?" And I was like, "Oh!" And of course, I was super thrilled. But then I was also like, "Wait, is this how I would react if it was for me? Am I reacting appropriately?"
No,
you know what I mean.
You're
Like,
not reacting appropriately.
No,
if
I
it was
think I
like,
was-
no,
I think
you
I
were
was just
fine.
'cause I was like,
no,
I was
no,
so
of
happy to
course,
win.
just to win. Yeah.
But like,
Oh my God, no!
and I already knew they were getting a certain
I
amount of
got
money.
$250,000 on top of my salary. It was my winning. Like it was $250,000 for like the 30 days in the Big Brother
Holy
house
crap.
on top of my salary. And I was like, I mean, also I was like crazy because I had been locked in a house
Yeah.
for 30 days without my kid, and I was like, I like cried. I also told everybody on the show, I was like, oh, my husband's super rich. I don't even need the money. I just like want to be here. This is so fun.
Oh my god.
Who doesn't need $250,000? Like, I remember saying those words though, like, oh my God, I'm just like, so, this is so fun.
You're making me think now. I did this race car driving reality show in
Right.
the UK, and I don't even know. I was away from my son for 9 days, and it almost killed me.
I was 30.
Yeah, no,
And
was
I would say
9.
things like on the, like in the like house, I'd be like, the Valentine's Day cards are in the garage because I'd like set things like
So
up
your husband
knowing
would know.
to like go get the Valentine's Day cards, bring them to school, like, and people would be like texting my husband, was there like something that meant? And he's like, no, it means go get the Valentine's Day cards. They're in the garage. Because like they thought I was like sending like signals, but I
yeah.
was literally just like, don't forget to feed the dogs, you know. And they're like, no, that's not like. There's no inside like.
That's
yeah.
funny. Oh my gosh. All right, back to the questions.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We went off on a tangent. Do you have a favorite joke?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Now that's going to be a hard one.
A
think
joke is
jokes are hard. There's going to be people I think.
There's got to be someone.
John Shook has like some good jokes.
Oh, I bet he has some
He
dad
was ready.
jokes.
You just need like, I think it's a different generation
Yeah, it's true. That has their pocket jokes.
that are like, yeah. Also, like, I think all of mine are so inappropriate that we'll move on. No,
yeah.
just kidding.
No, I get it.
Like, I'll be canceled.
What I know. There's only one joke I've ever remembered my whole life, and it's really dirty. What movie, show, or channel do you turn on to tune out?
Movie, show, or channel. I mean, it's all the procedurals. It's all the like Law and Orders. It's all
That's
like
what makes you tune out, though.
yes,
Murder.
Murder.
All right.
Like it's the murder show.
It makes you escape.
Like,
It's your
because I
escape.
know they're gonna solve the murder when we're done. Like I can't watch the like forensic files because sometimes they leave us not knowing who the killer is.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm not gonna do unsolved mystery murders either. You know, I want like
Did you do Serial, the podcast?
serial.
The one with Edmond?
No,
what's his
I've
name?
heard about that one. No,
Yeah.
You should start a murder podcast, and it
frustrating.
should just be called Tuning Out Murder.
turning out.
Tuning Out Murder.
And then the boy. No, it's so bad. The things I listen to, they'll be like, "Don't listen to this."
How do you
with
not
a
have
14
nightmares?
Because it doesn't feel real. I don't.
Oh,
know.
okay. That's good. If this week was a book title, what would it be?
Bows, and more bows.
That's true. Jingle all the way.
Jingle all the bows.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I love that. What is your go-to karaoke song?
I won't do karaoke.
I hate you.
I won't do karaoke because here's what happens. When you're a professional singer,
Yeah.
I always say this. I have to like get a song, learn it for karaoke, and then have a karaoke song. Because everybody, if I get up and I like don't sound great, people are like, huh. But like if you're just like a normal human that doesn't sing for a living, then you're like, everyone's excited to hear you sing. But when you're like a real singer, then people are like, I have to listen to what, you know, it's like, I don't know.
Amanda, what was my last karaoke that you saw at the Derby?
What was it?
I always do I Will Survive, but I decided
we
to do
do?
All About That Bass.
All About That bass.
No.
And I don't know the song apparently,
No.
and all the cell phones went up in the room to videotape
It was pretty
this
great.
disaster of me in this gown.
No,
Like
singing
a reflective
all about
metallic
the bass.
gown, singing all about
Why
that
would you
bass,
pick
about
that?
that bass. No,
It was really fun.
I
It
have
was
a friend who has a
fun, and it was
karaoke
hilarious.
machine, and they'll always put it on, but then it always starts with I can hear it happening. Like they'll just start with a Hairspray song because they know.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, fine, I'll sing that, and it's like really good friends of mine who who have been with me my whole life, so we'll sing that to get the party going, and then I'll sometimes do Little Shop
hang in
of
the back.
Horrors,
Oh.
like I'll do
Which one?
Somewhere That's Green,
Ah,
or I'll do
I love
Suddenly
it.
Seymour with somebody, but those are songs like I know.
Do you do it with the lisp?
I was once
Suddenly see.
the tiny puppet in high school.
You were the plant.
I was the plant.
You were like, feed me.
but I was the little one.
Oh,
the baby.
You were before it got big. You were like, Audrey.
And then I was the bottom half of the one that ate someone.
Oh my God. You were just the bottom half. Oh.
Did you eat the
So
dentist?
you didn't have
Was
to
it the dentist?
sing. Yeah, you eat
Oh
the
no,
dentist.
you don't want to hear me sing.
That is so funny. The bottom
Be
half.
a
bottom half.
dentist. That would be a good one. Be a dentist would be a good one.
That'd be a good song for a female. That's a good song for a.
Why? I would totally do that.
Oh my God.
Fun. All right, fine. Back to this. What is a line from a show or movie or book that you'll never forget?
Oh my God. It's literally from Grease. The musical Grease. And it was the first line I said in the show. And it was like, geez, I wish it was still summer. It's only 12:15 and I've been here a whole year already. And I would always do that line to get into my other voices. So that would kind of get me into the correct placement. Like, geez, I wish it was still summer. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there's my voice. There we go. That's how I'd always
Say it again, though, slowly.
It's like, geez, I wish it was still summer. It's 12:15 and I've been here a whole year already. It's the first line in the musical of Grease. It's like
Oh my
Jan
gosh,
and
yeah.
Marty are standing there and oh my God, we've been here
Yeah.
oh my God, it's only 12 o'clock and
School
we've
just
already
started
been here.
and I'm
Yeah.
done.
Geez, I wish it was still summer. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. All right. Well, Amanda. Oh, first I have to ask you. Would you mind opening your phone and telling us how many unread emails you have?
Oh, I'm none. None, you guys. Okay, 9. But that's just because we were sitting here
Wow.
today.
Why?
She's better than you.
You can't stay on top of it, or you just don't get them.
No, I literally will right now, since we're sitting here, I'm deleting all these messages.
Look at her.
This is
Now,
that's
look at-
all
look at
waste.
this one.
I have
that's
no
all waste.
desire to be like
That's
this.
waste. That's waste. That's waste. And then I look down, and then I'm done.
And now
Nope.
you're at
Look,
0?
now I'm at 3 because I'm at 3 because I
you
have
have
my
things
best
to read.
buys that they're you when you buy it, it's
Yes.
that's the email that I can contact them to hook anything up in my house, and an ADT security thing about a follow-up survey. And the guy was really nice, so I wanted to give it to him, but I forgot. So that's it.
Gosh.
Literally. What do you
I'm
have?
literally deleting right now.
Right now,
too.
you have to.
No, I'm at 42.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I'm doing good.
What do you got, Amanda?
But I have 5
thousand?
Let me see.
Tens of
Let me see.
thousands?
Let me see. In your email?
Oh yeah.
Just not read.
Unread emails.
8,000?
Yeah.
Do you know
oh,
what
no,
I
when we
do?
met, it was 91,000.
But if I went into an old AOL account, this is my Gmail work account.
This is my Gmail. This is
your work account.
well, it's everything.
She gets everything in one place. See,
So I have an email for okay.
You
if we
two are
went-
two peas in a pod.
Got it.
to be fair,
That's-
I have
that's fair.
17 email addresses.
Yes,
so
you
I don't
do.
check any
Same,
others.
same.
But only this
I
one.
don't even know how many. I have an email that's for my Amazon email because I'm I don't want to get that.
Yeah.
I don't want to know the package is 3 days away. Now 2 days away. Now 1 day away.
That one
now
goes
it
to my
showed up.
husband. I don't
Here's
even-
a photo.
Yeah.
If you,
Here's a
I
photo.
literally buy 18 things a day on Amazon.
Yeah.
If I got 18 emails for every 18, that's
Yeah.
I can't do the math.
Well, and that's why
Yeah.
they're all there. It's just
Okay, but how do you find things that's a cute case? How do you find things that you need?
Well, because I check them often. So
Oh my gosh, no. I even go into my email, I'll be on the plane and I'll be oh, I'll spend this 1 hour doing unsubscribe. I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm oh my God, I donated
love it.
money once to
She's
a
like
charity
me.
and I'm please stop emailing me. I'm not going to give you any more money. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Love sack. I bought 10 love
Oh,
sacks.
I
don't
love
need any
love
more.
sacks.
Unsubscribe.
I have a love sack sofa. and
I
it's
have so many love
magical.
sacks. Oh my God, can we get some hi
Love sack. Hi, love sack. We
I
love you.
sponsor us. We would love
Please
that.
sponsor us. I love the big one.
I have one.
That's my
I
dog.
I still have 2 of those.
The most
I had 4
expensive
to
dog
begin with.
bed you could possibly buy
That's your dogs?
are the love sacks. They each have one massive. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't the dogs, but
They've
love
taken it
them.
over.
My
Yeah.
dog's
dog-
take it over in our bedroom.
By the way, dogs they win. My son's not allowed on the love sack, but the dogs can go.
I've watched this girl sit on set and watch her dogs from a nanny cam many times.
I have like puppy
She
cam.
sent me a video of one of them pooping on the floor the other day.
Yeah, I was really upset.
It was funny.
Now there's someone living at my house.
Okay, her husband was in charge of the dogs and did not let them out, and they
The
pooped.
dog is 5 years old. It's never pooped in the house. And then I'm literally looked down to see a video and I'm like, the dog is pooping in the house right now. I was like, okay, everybody's fired. And like, I literally hired someone to go live at my house until I get back. Even though my husband's there. Like, he's physically there. Just open the door. Like, I can't have this conversation. I can't have this conversation. I love you so much.
Let's do this or that.
Okay,
we got one
this
more.
or that.
This is your
Dogs are husbands. Dogs.
dogs are kids.
Dogs. Any others?
That could be a question.
that should be. Okay, this or that.
Okay.
Heroes or villains?
Oh, heroes.
Plans or surprises?
Plans.
Caffeine or alcohol?
Caffeine.
Chocolate or fruity?
Chocolate.
Dress up or dress down?
Dress down.
Introvert or extrovert?
Well, it depends on who you're asking, which personality of mine. I'm quite both. I'm so both.
Yeah, you are.
Fizzy or flat?
Oh, fizzy.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Righty or lefty?
I can't tell the difference, righty. I'm so dyslexic. I literally am like, I don't know which is which.
I totally get that. Staycation or vacation?
Staycation, but I go on every vacation, but I like just being home.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks, you guys.
I'll see you at work tomorrow.
See you at work tomorrow. Thanks
with,
for having
with another
me.
big bow in your hair.
The biggest.
Aw.
The biggest. Always the biggest. Thank you for
I love you.
Thank you for having me. Thank
This
you.
was so
Love
fun.
you.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Love
And
it.
you got to leave a secret in our secret jar.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And then we'll let you leave.
A secret? Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining us here at What Women Binge.
Can you do us a favor and give us an Apple Podcast review? It helps a lot.
Yeah, and while you're at it, you can follow What Women Binge on Instagram.
And follow me on Instagram at Amanda WWB.
If you like listening to the podcast, you would love seeing it. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Melissa Joan Hart Official, for full episodes, bonus content, and so much more. What Women Binge is produced by Laugh-O-Gram Studios. Our wonderful theme song was written and produced by my cute husband, Mark Wilkerson. Video production by Matt Giesler and Jay Hawley. Audio by Matt Lott. Production assistant Jen Best. And she is the best. What Women Binge is distributed by Podcast Heat. For more information, visit podcastheat.com. Do you have a question or a comment or a topic you want to suggest for the show? Well, we are listening. Email us at wwbquestions@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.